Welcome back to Red Business in Focus with thanks to Cork's local enterprise offices, where we're sharing Cork's success stories. And this week we have John Eagan of Ecocel in the spotlight. Ecocel is an environmentally friendly home insulation product that's made from recycled newspapers, which compares very favourably with imported alternatives. John, you're very welcome. Thank you for joining us.
And thank you, Jonathan.
Like everybody comes on the podcast, you have 30 seconds to tell us about what you do.
Ecocel manufactures cellulose fibre insulation from recycled newspapers here in Cork City in the Old Ford factory in Centre Park Road. This would put us in the circular economy, and we would be the exemplary example of the circular economy because we manufacture a product that we outperform the imported high carbon products that are normally used in attics particularly. Okay, so the products that were used to insulation, we're talking about insulation. We're talking about insulation.
Fiberglass insulating is all what used to be the thing, and then it was styrofoam, and there's loads of different things. But you have produced this, which I have to say feels fantastic. I don't know that's very much a tactile thing that might necessarily come off on audio.
And it performs very well as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it outperforms the other alternatives which you would put in an attic thermally, in that it gets 300 mil of Ecocel cellulose in an attic, gets a U value of 0.11, which is a very good U value. Airtightness wise, we improve the airtightness in a house just by installing Ecocel by up to 9%. The other products do not improve the airtightness at all.
Yeah. And
then you've got fire resistance. It's paper, so it's treated with fire retardants. It's treated with very normal, safe fire retardants, which are there are no issues for human health in any way at all.
It's as good as you can make it. But what's fascinating is you make it from this, which is old newspapers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you must be the biggest recycler of newspapers in the country at this stage, are you?
I'd say we probably are. Yes, and we would like to be doing it much more of it because it is the best thing you can put in your attic. And the government at the moment have brought out really, really good grants for attics. I mean, you can get 1,200 plus 50 euros towards your BER for a semi-detached attic. 1,500 plus 50 towards your BER for a detached house. Now, this would nearly cover the cost of it. And the whole thing about, I mean, I've written a paper about it, attics, the simple solution being ignored. Most people, that when they start talking about energy saving, they're talking about walls, they're talking about, when we spoke outside, you talked about solar panels and stuff like that. Attics is the first thing we should be talking about to save energy all over Ireland.
Because that's where the heat is lost. It just goes
heat
through the
rises in Ireland the same as everywhere else.
Well, I love, you talk about the circular economy.
Yeah.
There's a circular nature to this story as well. Did your dad work in a paper mill?
Yes, my dad ran a paper mill in India. All the children were born in India. I'm the eldest. Then when he came back to Ireland, he ran a paper mill in Clondalkin paper mills.
So paper has always been a big part of your life, and you're moving it now to the next level, aren't you?
I am, and it's funny. There was an article in the Irish Times when this is my 14th year doing this, and maybe 4 or 5 years into it, there was an article in the Irish Times where that story about my father was in it as well. And I got an email from the daughter of my father's boss, basically. They were bosses, but very, very good friends, saying that she'd read the article. She was very impressed. Did I know that they used to make something out of, they used to make newspaper paper from recycled office paper? And she was basically saying, now you've taken it to the next stage.
Yeah, it used to be a terrible waste. I know we're officially recycling them, but this is a much better use of something that would otherwise not be used properly. The local enterprise office has supported you with a number of initiatives. So what have they done to help you?
The local enterprise office has helped us. The year before last, I employed 3 people. We wanted to grow a little bit, so they helped us towards employing another person. Last year, when we did the figures, it had really helped us. So I went back to them again this year saying, one more person, I think, and that will be perfect for us, because then I'll have 3 people in the factory manufacturing, and I'll always be able to have 2 people out installing. With 4, you always had to steal one of the installers to run the factory. So I put the figures to them, and they agreed to carry on supporting me and help to employ one more person. So now we've got 5 people.
One of the things that the local enterprise office is very keen on is sustainability right now, and helping business with sustainable projects. Things like the Green for Micro and other initiatives that are out there. Your business is very much based around the environment, and as you talk about safeguarding the planet for future generations, more businesses need to do what you're doing.
Yeah, more business need to think about circularity, basically. Also be aware that the linear economy, which is basically use and discard, that's not going to, we can't carry on doing that. I mean, basically everything has to be either reusable, recyclable or repurposable. Everything you buy, like if you buy an electric car now, every single bit of that electric car should be either recyclable, reusable or repurposable. Same with anything that's manufactured. If you buy a Hoover, it should be fixable, not thrown away. And I know in France they're starting to move in that direction. You cannot make something unless it's fixable.
Which I think is very welcome.
Which is the way
it's
the
Lions break.
Yeah.
What's the website if people want to look you up, John?
www.ecocel.ie.
Lovely. John, thank you so much for joining us.
No problem.
That is it for this episode of Red Business in Focus. Thank you so much for watching. Join us next week. We're going to chat with Caroline Murphy of West Cork Eggs. Her story tells a tale from a city chick to a country chick. Originally from London, she married a dairy farmer and in 2009 bought 4 hens, humble beginnings. Fast forward today, she's 3,500 free-range hens on their family farm near Roscarbery in West Cork. It's an amazing business how it evolves from something so small. Looking forward to that one. That's next time on Red Business in Focus, with thanks to Cork's local enterprise office.